World War II completely transformed air warfare. Aircraft became faster, deadlier, and more advanced than ever before. Germany invested heavily in aviation technology as a result. Many German aircraft were innovative, experimental, and sometimes far ahead of their time. In this video, we will look at a list of German aircraft from World War II. Each of them played a unique role in the history of aviation. Let us begin. Horten HO-229. The Horten HO-229 was one of the most futuristic aircraft of the entire war. It was designed as a flying wing without a traditional tail or fuselage. Powered by jet engines, it was extremely fast for its time. The aircraft also had a very small radar signature, even though stealth technology did not officially exist yet. Decades later, this design influenced modern stealth bombers and experimental aircraft. Messerschmitt Me-262. The Messerschmitt Me-262 was the world's first operational jet fighter. It entered service late in the war, but shocked the Allies with its speed. No propeller-driven aircraft could catch it in level flight. Its heavy cannons made it highly effective against bomber formations. However, engine reliability problems and fuel shortages limited its overall impact. Junker Ju-87. The Junkers Ju-87, better known as the Stuka, was a dive bomber. It became famous for the terrifying siren mounted on its landing gear. This aircraft was extremely accurate during dive bombing attacks. Early in the war, it played a key role in Germany's rapid victories. Later, once enemy fighters gained air superiority, the Stuka became vulnerable. Focke-Wulf FW-189. The Focke-Wulf FW-189 was a reconnaissance aircraft with a unique design. It featured a twin-boom layout and a fully glazed cockpit. This gave the crew excellent visibility in all directions. The aircraft was surprisingly agile and difficult to shoot down. It was widely used on the Eastern Front for observation and coordination. Blohm and Voss BV-141. The Blohm and Voss BV-141 was one of the strangest aircraft ever built. It had an asymmetric design, with the cockpit located on one side. Despite its unusual appearance, the aircraft flew very well. The design provided outstanding visibility for reconnaissance missions. Even so, it was never mass-produced due to complexity and competition from other designs. Heinkel He-111. The Heinkel He-111 was one of Germany's main bombers. It served from the very beginning of the war until its final stages. The aircraft could carry a large bomb load over long distances. It played a major role during the Battle of Britain. As the war progressed, it became increasingly vulnerable to enemy fighters. Fieseler Fi-156. The Fieseler Fi-156, known as the Storch, was a light liaison aircraft. It was famous for its incredible short takeoff and landing performance. This aircraft could operate from extremely small and rough fields. It was used for transport, medical evacuation, and communication missions. Its versatility made it one of the most useful support aircraft of the war. Focke-Achgelis Fa-223. The Focke-Achgelis Fa-223 was one of the first military helicopters ever built. It was capable of carrying cargo, equipment, and even soldiers. The helicopter demonstrated the future potential of vertical flight. It performed rescue and transport missions in difficult terrain. Production numbers were small, but its impact was historically significant. Flettner FL-282. The Flettner FL-282 was a light reconnaissance helicopter. It used an advanced intermeshing rotor system. This helicopter was mainly used for observation and training purposes. It proved that helicopters could operate safely from ships and small areas. The FL-282 helped lay the foundation for modern military helicopter use. Messerschmitt Bf-109. The Messerschmitt Bf-109 was Germany's primary fighter aircraft. It was fast, powerful, and produced in very large numbers. This fighter served on every major front of the war. It constantly evolved with new engines and weapons. The Bf-109 became one of the most iconic fighters in aviation history. Messerschmitt Me-163. The Messerschmitt Me-163 was a rocket-powered interceptor. It was the fastest aircraft of World War II. The aircraft could climb at an incredible rate and intercept bombers quickly. However, its flight time was extremely short. The Me-163 was dangerous to fly and difficult to operate effectively. Focke-Wulf FW-200. The Focke-Wulf FW-200 was a long-range maritime patrol aircraft. It was used to locate and attack Allied shipping. Early in the war, it caused serious losses to supply convoys. Later, improved enemy defenses reduced its effectiveness. Nevertheless, it played an important role in naval aviation. Dornier Du-24. The Dornier Do-24 was a flying boat designed for maritime operations. It was mainly used for patrol and rescue missions. This aircraft could land on rough seas. It saved thousands of lives during the war. The Do-24 remained in service even after the conflict ended. Gotha 242. The Gotha 242 was a military transport glider. It was used to deliver troops and equipment into combat zones. Gliders were silent during landing, making them difficult to detect. They were especially useful during surprise operations. However, glider missions were often extremely dangerous. Henschel HS-129. The Henschel HS-129 was a heavily armored ground attack aircraft. It was specifically designed to destroy enemy tanks. The cockpit was protected by thick armor plates. This made the aircraft more survivable during low-altitude attacks. The HS-129 was most effective on the Eastern Front. These aircraft demonstrate how advanced and experimental German aviation was during World War II. Some designs were highly successful. Others were ahead of their time. Together, they influenced the future of military aviation. Thank you for watching.